All right, so it has certainly been a while since I've made a Jet video, and feels good to be making a Jet video. What better week to make a Jet video than draft week, right? Draft is upon us, and let me tell you something. The Jets, this year, man, we have some really good picks. We got, now, I'm going to do something a little different. I've done, I've gone over the draft a little bit, in, prior years. But I'm going to do something a little different this year. I formulated my own little draft board. So I'm going to take you to that in a second. But, like I'm saying, listen, I'll take you to the draft board right now. Let's do it. All right, so here we go. Here's my little draft board, all right? Listen, we have 4 picks in the top 40. Okay? It's really 4 picks in the top 38, right? So because we have look, we got 4, 10 in round 1, 35 and 38 in round 2. So, top 38 picks, man. We have 4 picks in the top 38. Now, after that, check this out. We have 4 more fucking picks, okay, that basically ends in round 5. I mean, these are high fucking picks, man. Or I should say low picks, but you know what I'm saying, right? No round 6, no round 7. So, I mean, listen, we have a total of what? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have a total of 8 fucking picks in the top 163. So in my opinion, the Jets really have a nice, opportunity here this year to really have a good draft. Quickly on Douglas a little bit. I like Douglas. Sometimes I hear people talking about Douglas, about how, they don't think he's a good fucking GM or whatever. Or this is a make or break year for him. Give me a fucking break, all right? The fucking guy, in my opinion, is one of the best GMs I've seen on the Jets, maybe ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy takes care of need. He's always fucking looking to improve the team in good ways. He's got pretty good football, IQ, and he's not afraid to make a move. He's not afraid to make a move in the draft, which is why right here I have trade possibilities, all right? We don't know. This guy likes to, he's got a little Wild West in him. So, and I like that. And he's aggressive. And listen, I think he's a good fucking GM, all right? I also like Salah, man. I think, give Salah a couple of years. He's a rookie coach. But listen, at least Salah he's got fire. And he's got, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not just standing on the sideline looking like a fucking mannequin. Like the guy's got some fire in him, so, and, he's got some intensity, man. And that, the team feeds off of that. So as far as GM and coach go, like I said, it's been a while since I've made a Jet video. So, I haven't really talked about any of this. So, and we'll get to all the draft stuff soon. But, as far as GM and coach go right now, I think the Jets are in a fantastic position, a better position that they've been in a very long time, I believe. Okay? Like I said, GM wise, I think Douglas is a great GM. And look at last year's draft. I mean, last year's draft was fucking fantastic. And like I said, Salah, I think, is going to be a good coach. He's a rookie coach, but listen, he's got the ambition to become a great coach. You can tell. You know what I'm saying? Or at least he's going to try. He's got that fucking mentality that, this guy wants to win, man. And we haven't really had that in a while. We've had a bunch of, I can't even go into the fucking gay situation. I mean, anything is better than that fucking guy. But I think we really made a massive improvement with Salah. So anyway, let's get to the draft, all right? So we got the draft coming up, right? Round 1, Thursday night. So let's go to my draft board. So here we go, all right? So we have round one. Here's the way I see it, okay? This is how I'm feeling the draft, okay? All right, so here we go. Round one, okay, we have number 4 and number 10, right? So the way I'm seeing it, okay, is this. In my opinion, at number 4, okay, we have to go with this guy right here. We have to go with Gardner, all right? Sauce Gardner, right? Ahmad Gardner, I think his name is, right? This is the guy, in my opinion, if he is there at number 4, this is who we have to take. This guy Gardner, he's a cornerback, all right? So if you've noticed on my draft board, right, what do I have here? We have cornerback or edge rusher, okay? Now, this is really for number 4, okay? So, like, actually, I can even fucking put that right here. All right? At number 4, all right? In my opinion, we have to go with either a cornerback or an edge rusher, okay? Right here. All right? Now, here's the way I see this thing playing out, okay? You have, let me just take a quick look here. You got Jacksonville, right? Detroit and the Texans are 1, 2, and 3, and then we pick, right, at number 4. Now listen, is it possible that the edge rushes are going to go 1, 2, 3? Now there's 3 edge rushes they keep talking about, right? It's Hutchinson, this guy Javon Walker, right? And then you have the other dude, Kayvon Thibodeaux, right? I think that's it. I think that's how you pronounce these guys' names, right? So here's how I see it. If the edge rushes go 1, 2, and 3, this is why the Jets are in a really good position at number 4, okay? So, like, look, here's what I'm saying. At number 4, okay, either a cornerback or an edge rusher. That is what the Jets, in my opinion, have to take, all right? If the edge rushes go 1, 2, and 3, which is a possibility, then you have Gardner sitting at number 4. Now, in my opinion, if you don't take Gardner at number 4, if he's sitting there at number 4, you are not getting Gardner at number 10. I just don't fucking see that happening, okay? So if Gardner is there at number 4, all right, you got to take him, okay? Now, here's why I want Gardner, all right? You're talking about the possibility of, it's Revis Part 2. You know what I'm saying? It's a shutdown corner. You get a shutdown corner, man, and it just anchors your defense really well. Also, if you look at what I wrote right here, think division, okay? You got Stephon Diggs on Buffalo, and now you have Tyreek Hill on Miami, all right? Who the fuck is going to cover these guys, all right? So you got to get somebody like this guy who can fucking lock down the one side of the field and take on the number 1 receivers of the other teams, all right? So a blue chip cornerback like this, if this guy's as good as they say he is, and they say he's unbelievable, if he's there at number 4, you got to take this guy, all right? Now, if he's gone, then you got to take one of these edge rushes, all right? Now, they keep saying how Thibodeaux and Walker and Hutchinson are the top 3, right? In my opinion, Hutchinson is gone very early in this draft. Maybe number 1 or number 2. Hutchinson is not getting past number 2. All right? So he's not even in the equation. All right? So now that leaves us with Javon Walker or Thibodeaux. Now, if you've noticed, I have Thibodeaux's name. I got all kinds of shit around this guy's name, okay? And the reason why I do is because this, to be honest with you, this is the guy, all right? This guy right here, all right? This is the guy that I really want as the edge rusher. From what I've seen, this guy looks like a fucking animal, all right? This guy, to me, is the guy to get it edge rusher. The reason why I have a question mark and asterisk and parentheses and all this fucking shit around this guy's name is because I'm hearing shit that he could have an attitude problem, that he takes plays off, that he's one of these players that, could be a problem. Now, if he really is a problem, I don't fucking want the guy. I do not want anybody who either thinks they're bigger than the team or bigger than the league, or, you know what I'm saying? You could fucking, somebody else can draft this fucking guy if he's a problem. If he's not a problem, and if this guy is gonna show up and be a good, solid NFL player with a good attitude, this is the guy I want. This guy fucking right here, Thibodeaux. Because what I've seen on tape, this fucking guy can play, man. Now, a lot of people are talking about this guy too, Javon Walker. Okay? And, you know, I've seen some of his tape. It doesn't impress me as much as Thibodeaux. All right? So, to me, Thibodeaux is the pick, but it's a risk. It's a risky pick if the guy is going to be a problem. All right? Now, in a lot of ways, I'm just hoping that these guys are gone anyway at this point, because to me, this is the fucking guy who we have to get at number 4. I really think getting this guy Gardner at number 4 is the way to go. All right? Even if one of these edge rushers is there, I think you got to go Gardner over the edge rusher. I think you got to go cornerback over the edge rusher. Okay? Because a lockdown blue chip cornerback, you know, it can get this defense to the next level, man. It really can. All right? We need a cornerback more than we need an edge rusher, which is, when you think about it, it's even crazy to say that because we haven't had a good edge rusher since fucking John Abraham. Who, by the way, I'll never understand to this day why we fucking got rid of that guy. But, because that guy was fucking awesome. But anyway, so that's the way I'm seeing the number 4 pick, all right? I would like to see them get Sauce Gardner, all right? It's Ahmad Gardner, I think, right? I think that's his name. Ahmad Gardner, right? And I saw an interview with this kid. He just seems like a really good kid. Good attitude, you know? He likes to let his play speak for itself. That's the type of fucking player I want. And they just say that this guy is they just say he's a fucking lockdown corner. Now, let's look at some tape of this kid, okay? So, you know, listen, I'm fucking prepared here, you know what I'm saying? So I'm ready to roll here. So here's this guy's tape, all right? So here we go. So this is Gardner, this is his highlight. And let's check out some of this guy's fucking highlights. All right, so here he is, number 1 right here. You know, he looks fast. He can close good. Coming in on a blitz over here. Right, he looks like a player, man. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm not mistaken, I think I read somewhere or heard somewhere, this guy has never even given up a touchdown in his college career. But, I mean, this is, you know, to me, this is the pick at number 4. He looks like he's not afraid to hit. He's not afraid to... Look at this. Look at this fucking guy. I mean, this guy's a player, man. And this is the guy I want to see them pick at number 4. And we got a bunch of, I think, pretty good young cornerbacks. We got a pretty good young secondary. But look how fast this fucking guy is. I mean, you know, like, this is the guy. I'm telling you. This is the guy that we need at number 4. All right? A couple more highlights here. I'll let it roll a little bit more. Look, like, right there, man, he was, you know, it looked like he got beat for a second, and he gained up ground fast. So... I really like this kid, man. So to me, Gardner is the pick at number 4. Like I said, even if, Thibodeaux's there or Javon Walker's there, I would go with Gardner. If for some reason they don't, I think they will be making a mistake. All right, now let's talk about number 10. Let's talk about pick number 10, all right? Now, if they go with Gardner, okay, at number 4, which is really what they should fucking do, all right? Then, to me, if somehow you get one of these, quote unquote top edge rushes fall, if one of them fall to number 10, like if Thibodeaux falls to 10 or if Javon Walker falls to 10, then I think you got to jump on them at 10. You have to. And like I said, I think Thibodeaux is going to be a really fucking mean player. Actually, let's take a look at Thibodeaux's footage. I got some of his footage too. Okay, he's number 5, right? So this guy just looks like a fucking animal, man. Like this guy finds the quarterback. See, he's got a motor. They say his motor is in question, like maybe he takes plays off or whatever, but, from the footage I've seen with edge rushes, okay, to me, this guy looks like the guy. Hutchinson really looks like the stud of the draft, but like I said, he's not gonna be there, so there's no point in talking about him. This guy is the guy, to me. And this guy could be there at number 4. And if Gardner's gone, this is the guy who I think they should take a risk on. Like I said, I don't like taking chances on guys that you hear that they could be a problem, but this guy just look at the way this guy closes in on the quarterback. Like I just like what I see with this guy. You know what I'm saying? He's always in the fucking backfield, this guy. Now, I remember when they were talking about this guy when they didn't know if he was coming out yet, and they said that if he came out, he might be a higher pick than Hutchinson. The only thing is, like I said, if his character is in question, that to me is a big red flag, but then again, I never talked to the guy, I never interviewed the guy. I'm sure these fucking scouts do, you like to think they fucking do their job, but, listen, how is the guy sitting down in an interview? He might be a great kid. You don't know. This could all be, shit you're hearing. So, listen, if they think he's a good kid and he's there, like I said, if Thibodeaux and Gardner are at number 4, I think you got to go Gardner. I just think it's a more important position to cover, and he's a blue chip cornerback. You got to go Gardner. If Gardner's gone, then I think Thibodeaux will be there at number 4. Now, with the Jets' luck, right? What will happen? What's Jet luck? Okay, here's Jet luck. You ready? Gardner's gone and Thibodeaux's gone at number 4. If that is the case, then that means Hutchinson will be gone too. So then that leaves us 2 possibilities if this scenario happens, okay? If Hutchinson, Gardner, and Thibodeaux are gone by the time number 4 gets there, which is Jet luck, right? Then I think you got to take a look at this guy. And if you don't like this guy for some reason, then you got to think offensive tackle. Listen, I know we have Becton, okay? And I like Becton. I wanted them to draft Becton. But here's the problem with Becton, okay? The guy can't stay on the fucking field. So to me, Becton is on the cusp of being a bust, all right? So if Becton can't stay on the field this year for 17 games now, okay? If this guy doesn't play a full season, he's a fucking bust. I don't care what anybody says, all right? He's a huge dude with a lot of potential, but you can't, dude, you gotta get into shape, man. Like when he got hurt, okay? And his season ended last season, right? if you look at the plays before he got hurt and you leading up to when he got hurt, right? This guy looked like he was completely fucking out of shape. He was getting beat. Like, dude, you're in the NFL, man, all right? And you're getting paid big fucking money. You're a high draft pick. You need to come in shape, okay? And you need to get your fucking shit together. Now, when that guy, I think if that guy gets his shit together, he's a fucking animal offensive tackle. He's a beast. But, dude, get your shit together, man, all right? So, here's my thing. I think Becton is seriously, I think he's on the cusp of being a bust, all right? So, I got no problem if Gardner's gone, if Thibodeaux's gone, if Hutchinson's gone. I have no problem taking a blue chip offensive tackle at number 4 this year. And you know what? Then fucking trade Becton. Or move Becton to the right side where he don't have to be as athletic. You know, like, I'm not sold on Becton anymore because the guy just looks like he can't fucking stay in shape. He just, you know, listen, the one thing I was afraid of with Becton when they drafted him was his size because he's so fucking big that, you know, guys like that, man, they could have weight problems. And I don't know what this fucking guy's problem is, but he was not in shape when he got hurt, all right? So, to me, like I said, if offensive tackle is a possibility at number 4 because Gardner, Thibodeaux, and Hutchinson are gone, do you go with Javon Walker, who we're going to look at his tape in a second, or do you go with one of these blue chip offensive tackles, okay, which are, let's see, they keep talking about this guy, Neal, all right? And there's another guy who they say is even better, which is, I think it's ikwonu, all right? Those are your 2 blue chip offensive tackles, it seems like, in this draft. I'm not sure which one's better, but listen, you're going to have the pick. You'll be able to pick at least one of them at number 4, you know, if those other 3 guys are gone. So that's the way I see it if it rolls out that way, all right? Now, let's just take a look at Javon Walker's. Let's take a look at his, you know what? I don't even have his fucking tape here. I thought I did. Apparently, I wasn't as prepared as I thought I was. But here we go. All right, here's Javon Walker's tape. Like I said, if the other people are gone, if Gardner's gone, Thibodeaux's gone, and Hutchinson's gone, do you go with somebody like this guy, Javon Walker, or do you go with an offensive tackle? To be honest with you, I think I would go with the tackle. All right, so here's this guy's highlights. Let's check it out. So he looks like I think he's number 44, I think. A lot of people like this guy more than Thibodeaux and Hutchinson. So, you know, listen, I haven't really sat down and looked at this guy. I looked at some of his footage, but let's see what's going on with this guy. Like I said, to me, Thibodeaux looks like he's got more like raw talent. But let's see what this guy's about. He looks like he's got some, you know, he's got a motor on him. Like I said also, you know, to me, you know, for me, character plays a big role, man. Like if this guy's character is great and Thibodeaux's character is in serious question, you know what? That to me is a big factor with who I'm drafting. For some reason, I just feel like Thibodeaux has more raw ability. Like Thibodeaux just looks more like a natural, you know, pass rusher. He just, you know, he just looks like he's got that more raw instinct, you know. And like I said, and like I did watch some of this guy's footage, and that's why I wasn't completely sold on him. I haven't really seen, and I'm watching it again with you right now, and I haven't really seen anything that jumps off the screen to me with this guy. And listen, I could be totally fucking wrong. Like, this guy could get drafted and be the rookie of the year, you know? But that could happen with anybody. That was a nice play right there. You know, listen, he looks good too. So I'm not saying I would have a problem with this guy either, you know? I'm just saying it looks like, to me, Thibodeaux just has more of a raw ability. You know, he looks like he's more of a raw talent than this guy. But, so, listen, maybe you do go with this guy. You know, maybe you do go with Javon Walker at number 4 if Thibodeaux, Gardner, and Hutchinson are gone. Or who knows, maybe they like this guy more than anybody else, and that's who they want, and that's who they take. But to me, if you take anybody over Gardner, if Gardner's sitting there at 4, it's a mistake. All right? So now, let's move to number 10. All right? The way I see it, I think we tried to move to number 10 before, right? All right? The way I see number 10 is if, like, Thibodeaux or Javon Walker slide to 10, like I said, then maybe you just have to take them at 10, all right? I doubt that's going to happen. So, who do we take at 10? Here's the way I see it. If a top receiver is sitting there at number 10, okay, to me, you got to go with a top receiver at number 10, all right? Because you still got to give Wilson help. You still need, like, a stud receiver. Listen, they could get a stud cornerback and a stud receiver in the first round this year. It's very possible. So, to me, if a stud receiver is sitting here at number 10, like maybe the top receiver of the draft, now, I looked at the receivers. They keep talking about this guy London. For some reason, I don't have a vibe about him. The vibe I have is with this other guy. What's his name? I have his film, too. We're going to check out his film. This guy, Garrett Wilson, for some reason, seems to be, you know, I seem to be sensing that this could be the guy. So if this guy, Garrett Wilson's there at number 10, maybe you got to take this fucking guy. So let's take a look at, I got his highlights right here. So this is this guy, Garrett Wilson, right? Now, from what I understand, I didn't thoroughly look into the receivers this year. From what I understand, this is a pretty good receiver class. So, but I haven't really studied the receivers that much. So I'm only going with what's, you know, popping out at me vibe-wise. You know what I'm saying? So for some reason, this guy's name and his energy keeps catching me. So it feels like this might be the guy. I mean, I'm not seeing anything astonishing jumping off the screen here with this guy. But he does look like a pretty good receiver. Like I said, I've seen a lot of mock drafts where they keep talking about this other guy in London, but I heard there's some things with him, maybe some injuries with him. I'm not sure. You know, like I don't want to sit here and, you know, start talking about the receiver class when I didn't really do my homework on it. But like I said, I'm just going with, and I'm going to pause this now, I'm just going with who I really think, or what I think the Jets should do. To me, receiver is a need. So the way I see it, if a top receiver that they have highly rated is sitting there at number 10, and to me, you got to take the receiver. So either you get the blue chip cornerback at number 4 and a top receiver at number 10, or you get an edge rusher at number 4 and you get a top receiver at number 10. Now, if let's just say a couple of receivers come off the board that now they feel like, okay, we can pick up a receiver in the second round. If this guy is available at number 10, okay? If this guy right here is available at number 10, all right? This is who they fucking, I think, have to take at number 10 because this guy looks like a fucking animal, all right? I got his tape lined up as well. All right. Look, it says fucking Godzilla. Like this guy, I've seen highlights of this guy. And this guy just looks like a fucking animal, man. So if this guy's sitting there at number 10, I think you got to go with this guy. I really do. And you go for a receiver in the second round. All right, so here we go. So check this guy out. Jordan Davis, right? Look at this guy. Not only is he really big, he's fucking fast, this guy. Look at this guy. That's impressive, man. I think he weighs like 360 or some shit. He's just a beast. Look at this fucking guy. You put him on the line with Quentin Williams, man. And Quentin, I gotta give Quentin some credit. He's really coming to his own. I was a little hard on him in the beginning, especially with that one interview he did. He just twisted me the wrong way with it. He was just acting like a fucking idiot, but he was young, you know. I'm sure he's matured a little bit more from that. I hope he has anyway. But from a player standpoint, overall I think he's a good kid, and I think he's really coming to his own as a good player. So Quentin, I think was a solid pick. Now you put a guy like this. This guy just looks like a fucking animal. This guy. You put a guy like this next to Quentin Williams, and you have a really nice, foundation on your defensive line. All right, so I had to just change the battery there for a second. I should have listened to my instinct, which was start this thing with a fucking fresh battery, but. Because I did want to make this a quick draft analysis, but it just never turns out that way. But listen, we're being thorough here, you know what I'm saying? And I have given this some thought. So, all right, so now let's go back to these highlights. Somebody like this, man, like you can't block him. You're not going to move him. He's fucking pretty fast and athletic for his size. Actually, he's very fast and athletic for his size. You put this guy on an NFL team with NFL trainers. Yeah, look at him, man. This guy just looks like he's fucking all business. You know what I'm saying? So that's who I'm picking at number 10. I think if you have a couple of receivers off the board already, and if he's there. Now, I don't think he's going to be there at number 10. I really don't. But if this guy, Jordan Davis, is sitting there at number 10, I think you got to take this guy. So, like I said, unless there is a stud, like the best receiver in the draft is sitting here at number 10, then I think you got to go receiver. But this is tempting if this guy is here. Okay? Now, if a blue chip offensive tackle is still sitting there at number 10, maybe you consider that as well. Now, round 2, all right? I'm not going to get, as in-depth with the rest of these picks, but let's just take a look at what they got. They got number 35 and number 38 in round 2. I mean, they have some really good picks this year, all right? So, to me, let's say you get Gardner or you get the edge, right, at number 4, and then let's say you get Jordan Davis at number 10, which would really be fucking. Imagine getting like Thibodeaux or Walker at number 4, and then getting this guy Davis at number 10. Like that would be insane. That's if Gardner's gone by the time 4 gets there, because like I said, to me Gardner is the pick at number 4. But now let's say they get Gardner and then they get somebody like Jordan Davis at number 4 and number 10, which would be incredible, right? Or you get like one of these edge rushes and you get this guy, okay? So we still haven't picked a receiver at that point, right? Now you have picks number 35 and number 38 to get, you know, literally, you could take a stab at 2 receivers right here if you wanted to, all right? 2. And look, you never know who's going to hit with this shit. So why not draft 2 fucking receivers? Like I'm saying, at number 35 and at number 38, right? If you go with defense in the first round, here's where you have to look at receiver, okay? Now, are they going to use both picks on a receiver? Seriously, doubt it, okay? So what you got to do is number 35, I think, would have to be a receiver pick. Number 38, now, here's where, to me, you maybe look at an offensive tackle, if there's a good one available. Edge rusher is another possibility in round number 2, if they don't get an edge rusher in round number 1, okay? Because you got to get a fucking edge rusher in this draft, all right? So, round number 3, number 69. Okay. Again, I just have receiver OT here because at this point, like I said, this, who knows? This could be offensive tackle and edge rusher right here. If that is the case, then you got to go for a receiver at this point. But I really think it's or you got to go for an offensive tackle at this point. If I was going to concentrate on those top 4 picks for them, you know, number 4, number 10, 35, and 38, to me, it's cornerback, edge rusher, receiver, and, like I said, offensive tackle. I still think they got to add to the offensive line. Douglas, he's big on that, and I love that about him. And like I said, to me, Becton is on the verge of being a bust. So I think you got to pick possibly an offensive tackle if there's a good one still in this range. All right? So, and like I said, to me, the wild card is this guy right here, Jordan Davis. Because like I said, if this guy's available at number 10, I think you have to draft this fucking guy, I think. Then you still got to look at an edge rusher in round 2 and a receiver. Then you look at the offensive tackle in round 3 if it rolls out that way. It would be crazy if it rolled out that way, right? If you get Gardner, okay, and then you get Jordan Davis, all right, and then you get the best available edge rusher, okay, in round number 2, all right, and then you pick up also the best available receiver in round number 2. That would be that would be an incredible 4 first picks for this team. You'd get a blue chip cornerback, a blue chip defensive tackle, and possibly a very good edge rusher, at that point, and possibly a very good receiver. So, and then now, listen, as far as round 4 and round 5 go, I just got best available here, with this little asterisk right here, all right? How about a kicker at some point? Listen, I think there's a good kicker in this draft, all right? So, listen, why not fucking draft a kicker, man, and just stop, dealing with all of these kicking problems that we've had now for a couple of years, man. I mean, for a while, the kicking has been a problem on this fucking team. So maybe you invest. I don't know how good this kicker is coming out in this draft, but I heard there's a good kicker in this draft. So maybe if you think he's here at like 146 or 163, why not use that pick on a kicker? All right? So I would, all right, because they just have too many fucking problems at kicker. Just draft a good kicker and just hope the fucking guy works out for the next 10 to 15 years. Listen, kicker is fucking important, man. So use one of these picks on a kicker. That's what I say. So that's pretty much it, man. Like I said, I think you have a good idea now of what I think and where I think this team should go. I'll recap it real fast. I think they should go with the cornerback at number 4, Gardner. All right. Then I think at number 10, either a top receiver or that guy Jordan Davis, or let's just say Thibodeaux or Javon Walker slip to number 10. Then you got to go. I think you got to go with edge rusher. Then you got to go cornerback, edge rusher first in this draft. Those are their two biggest fucking needs. That's what they have to get. So if one of those edge rushers slip to 10 and they get Gardner, it's Christmas for this team. You know what I mean? But I don't think that's going to happen. So if that's the case, either a top receiver or that guy Jordan Davis at number 10. That's my opinion. Okay? This is assuming they get Gardner at number 4. And then, like I said, round number 2, you know, a receiver. You got to get a receiver. This is what's in play. Okay? Cornerback, edge rusher. I'm only saying cornerback because they have a chance to get a blue chip cornerback at number 4. All right? So if that guy is there, you got to take him. So cornerback, edge rusher, all right? Receiver, okay? And then offensive tackle, I still think is an important position for this team to look at. And the wild card, like I said, is that guy Jordan Davis. All right? Because if he's available at number 10, you got to get that fucking guy. I just think he's a fucking animal. Unless, like I said, you know, you have a blue chip edge rusher sitting there at number 10. And now, and just for fun, let's talk about trade possibilities, all right? Like I said, Douglas he could be a cowboy sometimes, right? So, like I said, Douglas, he could be, you know, he's a wild card himself sometimes with the draft. I think Douglas is very smart when he does trade, man. He's the reason why we have such a good fucking draft this year. You know, because this guy he maneuvers every draft. He stockpiles future picks. He is a good GM, I'm telling you. So don't be surprised if you see Douglas make some trades in this draft. I almost can guarantee he will. Okay? But at the same time, listen, we are sitting really good in this draft with these picks. So maybe there might not be a need to trade this year. But why would you trade? You trade for future picks, right? Now, here's a wild card trade possibility, okay? You get who you want at number 4, all right? And now, if nobody is sitting at number 10 who they are drooling about, okay? Let's just say all the edge rushers are gone. A couple of receivers are gone. The blue chip OTs are gone. You know, the Jordan Davis is gone. If that's the case, all right, then maybe you trade number 10. You go back, you move back a few spots, you pick up another number 1 for next year, you know, and probably another pick or 2, you know. That number 10 is a high fucking pick. So if you get a team, let's just say, who wants to swing all the way fucking down to number 10, you know, for a quarterback or whatever, you know, they have the ability, man, to trade back and stockpile more draft capital for next year, all right? Which I am not opposed to doing if, you know, if all of these players are gone at number 10, then why not trade back and stockpile another number 1 for next year? Why not? Plus probably some more picks, all right? So I'm not opposed to that. And that would be the big trade, okay? Where Douglas does a lot of his trading usually is you know, he does it around, you know, here, man. Like, you know, I don't think he's gonna touch these really. But you know, he will look to trade some of these maybe if he sees somebody he really likes that we're not really aware of. again, they're the fucking professionals. They're the ones who scout all these fucking guys. So, so if they see somebody they like, don't be surprised if they give up, one of these picks to move up, maybe back into the second round or the third round, or to pick up somebody else they really like. And he does that, man. But also, don't be surprised if this guy trades down in these first couple of rounds over here. Like the round 2 or round 3. Don't be surprised if this guy fucking trades down and just stockpiles some more picks, possibly for next year. To me, what can you stockpile for this year? You already have really good picks. So, what are you going to stockpile for round 6 and round 7? So, to me, if he does any trading, it'll probably either be to move up to get somebody he likes, or, listen, you might see them come back into the first round and pick somebody else because they got the capital to do it. So, but definitely look for Douglas to make some trades, because he always seems to make trades, and he's smart with his trading. So, like I said, to me, the big trade would be if you traded number 10. There's no fucking way they're trading number 4. No way. So, I mean, the only way they would trade number 4 is if, like I said, if Gardner's gone and all of the edge rushers are gone, then maybe you do trade 4, because they can get the farm for number 4. So, I mean, you could really set yourself up good by trading number 4 away. So, but to me, Gardner and the 3 top edge rushers would have to be gone, which is impossible now that I think about it, right? So, let's backtrack that for a second. Fucking, because they are picking 4, somebody has to be there at number 4. Out of the 3 top edge rushers and the cornerback, one of them is going to be there at 4. So I don't see them trading number 4. They're going to pick either Gardner or one of those edge rushers, I believe. So we'll see. So that's pretty much how I would roll with this whole draft. And, listen, we'll find out soon enough, man, But overall, man, I really love the direction this team is going in. And I love the coaching staff, the GM. They seem to have really good players. I'm glad they re-signed White. I think he is a solid backup to have. I really like that guy. When he had his chance, he just got some bad breaks with some injuries, and I really think that guy's a really good quarterback with a lot of potential. I really do. I'm not completely sold on Wilson yet. Wilson better have a good year this year. I'm telling you right now, if Wilson has another fucking shitty year, because I really don't think he had a good year last year, all right? So, and you know what? All right, you want to say, oh, he showed some flashes? Listen, if you are a legit prospect at quarterback, then this is the year you're going to show, that legitimacy in year 1. All right. He didn't do that, in my opinion. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt for year 1. Okay. But to me, no excuses this year. That motherfucker either comes out and sets the field on fire, or we're looking at the possibility of another busted quarterback. I'm telling you. So, I'm sorry, I don't want to hear this bullshit that, well, you got to give him 3 to 4 fucking years. Bullshit. Burrow didn't need fucking 3 to 4 years. Neither did Herbert. All right? So, you can see where I'm coming from, man. If you're a legit fucking quarterback, then you need to fucking show it right off the bat. And if you don't, then what are your chances that you are going to be one of these quarterbacks who can take you to the bowl? So, I'm not on the fucking Wilson hate train. I'm just saying, I like him, but he's got to fucking put that shit into gear this year. He's got to show a lot more, in my opinion, this year than what he showed last year. So, you know, we'll see. Again, we'll see. You know? That's why I'm saying give this guy fucking weapons. Get a, you know, listen, they got the tight ends for him this year. You know, last year they did a good job drafting for him. You know, Elijah Moore, right? I mean, you know, they're giving him weapons. You know, they're building the line for him. You have, you know, your running backs they drafted for him. You drafted, if you draft a blue chip receiver this year for him, he's gonna have no excuse, man. So, you know what I'm saying? So to me, this is a make or break year for this fucking guy. You know, I don't want to fucking go into year 3 still wondering if this guy is the future. Like this to me, this dude needs to fucking show it this year. I'm not saying he needs to win fucking 12 games this year, but he's got to play like you can tell that there is a future with this kid. That's all I'm saying. So, you know, and like I said, they've gone out and they have really tried to surround this kid with what he needs. So, and after this draft, I think you'll see even more of that. So, you know, we'll see. So that's pretty much it, man. I think we'll wrap it here. All right. And listen, enjoy the draft. It's always a great time of the year with football, and I love the fucking draft. And it felt really good to make another Jet video. I'm psyched that I was able to, you know, make another Jet video, and I will definitely try to make some more. I've been really busy. I don't know if you've been following the channel at all. But I set a whole bunch of goals for myself to share with the channel, and just personal goals, and you know, and it's been, you know, between that and work and everything else, it's been tough to actually, you know, get everything done that I've wanted to do. But a little bit, you know, but you know, chipping away at it, little every fucking day, and it'll all get there. You know, I'm always talking about losing some weight. So I'm actually doing a fat vlog on there. So check it out. If you're interested in getting a few laughs and seeing me show my fat to the world. But I'm trying to lose a certain amount of weight, and I'm documenting it. So, and listen, if you're somebody who wants to lose some weight yourself, man, check it out. You know, it's, you know, losing weight's not easy. So, and I got a bunch of other stuff coming out on the channel soon as well. So stay tuned as always, and definitely more Jet stuff. So what I'm probably going to do is, you know, at some point after the draft, I'll come back on and we'll just talk about it and see what they actually did. And, you know, and then, hey, you know, I think, and then when the schedule comes out, I'll do a video for the schedule, and whatever else comes to mind, you know, in fucking Jet land, you know what I'm saying? So, but, like I said, feels good to finally do another Jet video. Hope you're all doing well. And listen, enjoy the draft. It's a great time of the year for football. And I will see you after the draft with another Jet video to just recap and fucking go over, you know, what actually happened. And listen, I got a really good feeling about this draft. I think they're going to land some really good players in this draft. So, and who knows, man? Maybe, you know, maybe they can pull a Cincinnati, man. Maybe they can come out of nowhere. I'm not saying this year, but maybe next year they, you know, they could be another Cincinnati. You know what I'm saying? Cincinnati had some run. So, you know, I think if they keep doing what they're doing, we're on the right track, man. I'm telling you, been following this team a very long time. This is the best I've seen this team look from an organizational, structured standpoint. So, and talent-wise, they're getting there. So, and if, like I said, if Wilson does step up and become the guy, you know, we could be looking at a special team getting built here. So, all right, so that's it, man. I'm wrapping it. I said that about 5 times already, but let's call it a wrap for this, and I will see you after the draft with another video to recap. All right, enjoy the draft.